Welcome or welcome back. Very happy you joined me today. If you're new to my channel, I am a reseller on eBay and Poshmark. I buy things mostly at thrift stores or wholesale boxes and list them online, mostly clothing. And today I have what sold for you from the period of September 23rd to September 30th. So 8 days. I try to do a week at a time when I can. And I will show you first what I sold on Poshmark and then what I sold on eBay. I can give you a quick summary of the numbers, and I'll probably recap it at the end if you hold out that long. I sold, in 8 days, I sold 13 items on Poshmark for a total of $373. And that's an average sale price of $28.69. I sold 21 items on eBay for $788 and change, but that includes shipping. I charge for shipping and then I buy shipping labels out of what I charge, and typically I keep between 50 cents and $1. So what I did, I deducted from the $788, I deducted an average amount for shipping those 21 items. So let's say the retail value of the items was about $650. And that comes out to an average sale price of $30.95, so comparable to the $28 on Poshmark. So I think that was a good estimate. So total sales about $1,000 for 1 week in September. So let's begin with this sweater that you see on the screen. It is a wooden ships cardigan. I love wooden ships. It is so soft, but you have to be careful when you find it to see if it has any holes. But this had a cute shawl collar. And let me show you the wooden ships label in case you've never found it. It looks like that, but you can often spot it because it is so soft. It's usually a blend of acrylic and mohair and wool, sometimes cotton and mohair and wool, but that little bit of mohair in there, it makes it very soft, but great fall colors. I got this at a Goodwill on August 20th, so it took just about a month to sell. And it sold for, I paid $3.99 and it sold for $29. I really enjoy finding wooden ships. The next item is an Under Armour fitted compression type long sleeve top. I got this at a local charity store called Hope's Outlet back in March. I just thought it was really a unique pattern, and I had pretty good luck selling Under Armour. Unfortunately, I had this for 6 months and I sold it for $14. So I typically now only sell Under Armour if I get it in a box. So this was cold gear and a fitted top. So great for somebody who is working out outside. And but I only sold it for $14 and I paid $4. So you do the math. I made some profit, but not a lot. This was a fun one. It came in a fun box from Thredup. And so my cost of goods for that box was $5 each. This is an Adidas and Beyonce or Ivy Park collaboration. There's the tag. And Google Lens made it very easy for me to find this item. I didn't use a stock photo because I didn't really need to. It shows up great. These straps kind of reminded me of bungee cords. Do you remember that from the unboxing that I did? So I listed this on August 24th and it sold in about a month for $40. That was great. I think that is I think I listed at $50 and took an offer for $40. So Adidas Ivy Park, you should be looking for that. Here's a very sweet little cardigan from Garnet Hill. It's cashmere. I got it at Goodwill for $4.99. It sold in 3 days. So here's the Garnet Hill label, 100% cashmere. Just a very pretty, soft coral pink color. And I took an offer of $34 for that in 3 days. So that was great. Next is an Eileen Fisher piece. This looks like a button front shirt, but it's actually knit. And it was a longer tunic length and size extra large, organic cotton. I love it when I can say that in the title because some people really prefer organic, natural materials. So if you see organic cotton, you should sure include that. That you can see that name was stamped inside and a little worn off, so obviously not brand new, but very great condition for a white shirt. I paid $3.99. It sold in 8 days for $32. Toad & Co. This was called the Divinity. It was very stretchy, very soft modal V-neck. And I found a style number on it, I think. And that's how I found out it was the Divinity. Yeah, I don't see a style number now, but somehow I discovered what it was called. Probably this neckline. Maybe I Google Lensed it. I bought this for $3.99 at Goodwill. It sold in 1 day for $28. That is not common with Toad & Co. I was very happy about that. So clearly, if you can find the name of a piece and it's a popular item, I listed it for $28 and it sold right away. Here is a 9 West top. I paid $2.50 for this at Goodwill. I don't pick up 9 West, but I got this because it was new with tags. And it was $2.50, and it was not a good bargain. I would call this a bad buy. I listed it in August, so it sold in just over a month, but it only sold for $15, and it got just 3 likes in a month. So happy to let it go. I hope somebody enjoyed it. Here is a Pendleton beach towel. I got a bunch of Pendleton stuff free to me. And so this is a Opal Springs pattern towel, brand new. I sold it for $41. And that one took about a week. I think I've sold 2 towels now and a wool blanket. Here is an Eileen Fisher jacket. It was kind of a stretch crepe material. Open front, had pockets. An extra small, though. I was kind of worried about it. But I priced it right. I paid $4.99, listed it in June, and so it took 4 months to go for $30. Again, I'm being more careful with Eileen. I like the product. The material's good quality. The items last forever. The construction is great quality. The retail is expensive, but I'm not getting... I used to get easy $35 to $50 for Eileen Fisher pieces, and now I would say it's more $25 to $40. But this one sold for $30 in about 3 months. Not as quick as that white shirt. That sold in 8 days. So here's a cabbie piece called the Serenity Tea. Serenity Tea, and it's a lavender. Now this sold very quickly. I got it at the bins for 71 cents. It sold in 6 days for $25. I saw another one just like this, same color, same style number at Goodwill this morning, and I left it behind because it was worn. It had a lot of pilling and wash wear, whereas this one looked new, basically. I didn't call it new, but it was in beautiful condition. So as soon as I picked this one up off the one this morning, as soon as I took it off the rack, I thought, oh, yeah, this one's worn out because it doesn't even feel like the same top as that one did. So I used a stock photo for that. And it was a very quick sale, 6 days. Here's a pair of Liverpool Ponte knit pull-on pants. I put Stitch Fix in there because they do sell a lot of Liverpool. These were the Rizzo stretch pants. I got paid $3 at Goodwill back on June 1st and finally sold them for $21. I like Liverpool jeans, but I don't think I'll pick up any of the other pants unless they get a better comp than that. Because my pants tend to be pricey, $7.99 if they're not on sale. Here is a pair of J. Crew men's jeans. These came in a men's Thredup 25-pound box. My cost for that box was $3.50 per item. I listed these in June, so it took about 3.5 months for them to sell for $38, and they were new with tags. So $38 was a fair price, and I was happy to get it for J. Crew. And the last item on my Poshmark sales in that particular week were a pair of Big Dogs men's swim trunks. So, where's the label? There we go. Big dogs. They do make bigger sizes, but I like these for two reasons. The print, and they were 4X. So, great Hawaiian print with the big dogs on it. And you can see there's St. Bernards and docks and palm trees. So $26. I got those for $2 at a charity shop, and they took 4 months to sell. So happy to let them go for $26 as the summer season is ended. Yeah, welcome back to part 2. I had to get some windows reopened that disappeared on me. We'll do the eBay sales now. And remember, I had 21 sales from September 23rd to the 30th. And the first was this Aqualung rash guard with UPF 50. Aqualung makes scuba gear, wetsuits, and so on. And this item I got at Goodwill back in April. I paid $2 for it. I thought it would go for more, but I finally sold it for $15.16 plus shipping. There's a lot of brands of rash guards, and some of them do a lot better than this. So if you happen to live in an area with water sports, rash guards might be something you've come across, and I encourage you to check them out. Always run the comps, because you can do better than this $15 sale that I did. It was profitable, but it took a long time. The next item was the Alice and Olivia dress that I found at Goodwill for $5.99. The size tag was missing, and I had my daughter, who wears a 4, try it on, and it measured as a size 2, and she confirmed that it must be a 2, because she could get it on, but she couldn't really zip it comfortably. But it's just an adorable dress. And again, I paid $5.99 for it. I listed it on September 22nd, and it sold on the 24th for $50. I had listed it for $85. I had a bunch of very low offers, like $25, $30, $35. A lot of interest in it very quickly. When I got the $50 offer, I said, yeah, I'll take it. Dresses are slower sellers, and I didn't want to be sitting on it for a long time. So happy to sell my first Alice and Olivia piece for $50 in 2 days. This Hawaiian shirt is a brand called Styled by RJC, made in Hawaii. It's vintage, 100% cotton. I probably wouldn't pick up this brand again. I thought because it was such an unusual graphic with the fish and the weeds and the little islands, I thought it was cute. But after I had it for 6 months, I ended up selling it for $14.88. And I had to replace the bottom button. So I told them the bottom button doesn't match the others. So I wouldn't, that particular shirt was not a big win, but it was profitable anyway. If you remember in a haul, I had 3 pairs of Legence jeans. One black, one navy blue, one blue denim, and one this biscuit color. And I listed them all for $49 or $50, depending on the website. And the first pair to sell was the biscuit color. So they sold in 6 days for $44.50. I took an offer of $44.50. So there's what the tag looks like. And they were a skinny jean, high-rise skinny jean in a size 29. I was very happy to get $44.50 for them so quickly. I'm glad I picked that up. This item I sold for $30, but the buyer's opened a return saying it doesn't fit. It's a Smartwool hoodie in merino wool. Show you that there's the Smartwool logo and the little mascot. And it's what's called their Merino 150, which is very lightweight merino wool. They've opened a return 2 weeks ago, but they haven't started it. They haven't shipped it yet, so I don't know if I'll get it back. I sold it for $30, and I could probably sell it now that it's getting on to colder weather. I will probably get closer to $40 the next time I sell it. Here is a Calvin Klein dress shirt, which I would not normally pick up. It came in a Thredup box, and I try to list as much from those Thredup boxes as I possibly can in order to keep my cost of goods per item low. So my cost on that box was $4.20, but I sold this shirt for $8, so made a buck or two. And that took 7 months. So I would not pick up Calvin Klein dress shirts in the thrift store, but because it came in a box and it was already in my house, I listed it and got a few dollars out of it. This was a great find. I got a couple of J. Jill Maxi dresses on this in the same day. This was a 2X and kind of a dark teal color, interesting vine floral pattern. I paid $5.24 for this in August, and so it sold in about 30 days, and I took an offer of $30 off of $37.80. Maxi dress in a 2X by J. Jill. That was a great deal for them and for me. Here is a J. Crew button-down shirt, which I will pick up J. Crew if it's the right thing, but button-down shirts usually are not the right thing. I got this from my daughter, who periodically will clean out her boys' closets and give me things to list. And so there was no cost to me. I had it for 3 months and sold it for $15. So this is the J. Crew Secret Wash Shirting. Organic cotton. But again, you just can't get much for a J. Crew button-down shirt. You might be able to for Baird McNutt linen or something new with tags. I'm not saying never, but I generally just whiz right by J. Crew button-downs when I'm going through the men's racks. Here is an item. What sold is a great mixture of sourcing. I got some things at Goodwill, some things at a little local charity shop, some things from Thredup. This came in a Helpsy Women's Fall and Winter box. I got 2 Fall and Winter boxes from Helpsy Source. My cost of goods was about $1.50 per item. One of the boxes was for men and one was for women. So this piece I got in August. Took about a month to sell, and I took an offer of $25.81. And this is a Barney's New York boucle blazer with fringed lapels and pockets. And this was probably vintage, but it was made in Italy. You can see on the tag it says Barney's New York, but you can't read anything else. And of course, I don't think Barney's is even around anymore. So clearly a vintage piece. But vintage wasn't its selling point, so I didn't include that in the title. But anybody could see the tag and see that. But very cute fall blazer. The next item is a brand that I looked up because the pattern was unusual in a men's shirt, very unusual print. And then the name was unusual. I'd never heard of it before. Jane Barnes. This was the Frequency line, but Jane, Jahne, Barnes is a men's shirt designer. And the comps look pretty good, so I picked it up back in May, and it took 4 months to sell, but I did get $21.99 plus shipping for it. So here's one way you might want to consider displaying your men's shirts. It shows in close-up the pattern, the collar style, and the cuff style, which are really the 3 things men care about in a dress shirt. So that is one way that you can do a cover photo that shows the important stuff, rather than your competition would have a whole full screen of shirts like this. Mine would stand out more because it's a close-up. The next item to sell was about the 27th of September. This I had for a long time. It's an Eileen Fisher open weave sweater with a bell cuff. And where did I show the cuff a little bit? It's like a open weave kind of rib crochet sweater. There's the Eileen tag. I've had this since March of 2022, so a year and a half. And I finally took an offer of $24.03. I have no idea why it took so long. I relisted it several times. It was white with no flaws, linen blend. It had so much going for it, but it just took forever. It was even a size large. I think it just got lost in the shuffle. The next item to sell on the 28th was this J. Jill linen blazer. Very plain. It had one button, patch pockets. So I called it, coastal minimalist Lagen look. It was an extra large, and I paid $4.49 for it back in May, and it finally sold for $30. So that's not an attractive picture. It's a very boxy looking jacket, but that is what some people want. But it just didn't have a great presentation. But it sold for $30 off of $36. So good money, good profit. Here's a vintage men's Argyle, houndstooth sweater. Pringle of Scotland is the brand. And it is lamb's wool and houndstooth, as I said, blue and green. I got this back in April for $3.99, and I sold it for full price, $29.95. Some people like these for golf, and other people like them to wear under a suit because it gives you a little bit of warmth, but it's not as fussy as a three-piece suit. So a vest with a suit or a sport jacket is a look that some men enjoy, or it is a great golf sweater. Argyle is known to be a golfer's favorite. Here is a shirt that I got in a Thredup box. My cost was $4.25. Now this surprised me. It took a while to sell, 4 months. I listed it back in May, but it is Banana Republic, and it had a name, the Grant Fit. But I think what sold it was the 120s Supima cotton. Supima cotton is a long staple cotton that is a higher quality, gives you a smoother weave, and if you can put Pima cotton or 120s Supima is a brand name of Pima cotton. I think that's what helped me get $22.99 for this shirt. So even though it took 4 months, that's a great price. That's more than I got for the Calvin Klein dress shirt. So I wouldn't pick up Banana Republic men's shirts at the thrift, but if I get them in a Thredup box, this one turned out to be worth $22.99. I'm letting my swim go for kind of reduced prices lately. This Miracle Suit one piece with ruching around the tummy and the hips, very flattering. It was a size 12 one piece Miracle Suit. A person got that for a bargain of $22 because I've had it since February, so let it go. I will carry over some swim over the winter, but not very much. Some people do need it in January and February for cruises or hot weather vacations, but I paid $3.99. Normally, like in April and May, I would get $40 for a suit like that. So I took $22 just to get it gone. Here is another item that I bought this, but then I discovered it had a flaw. And there were faint spots on the button placket. So I gave a picture somewhere. Yeah, right there. You can see it's discolored on the button placket. So carbon to cobalt linen shirt can go for, decent money, $35. Here's the label of carbon to cobalt. So it was a linen and cotton blend. And so when I bought it for $4.99, I had high expectations. I took an offer of $18.95. So carbon to cobalt, I would always look it up, comp it in the store before I bought it again. Here is a pair of candlesticks that are made by Kurt Adler. And there's a little sticker on the bottom that says Kurt Adler right there. That company makes a lot of decor. Here you can read it a little better. Kurt with a K, S. Adler Inc. Sometimes you'll see the name on things and you'll think it says Sadler, but it's Adler. And holiday decor is what they're mostly known for. A lot of Santas doing strange things, like golfing Santas or barbecue cookout Santas or who knows what. But this is a pair of little corn shocks with pumpkins. It was made out of resin. There was a lot of wax inside that I had to clean out. But I paid $4.80 for the pair, and I got them in June, and they went for $20 for the pair. So I thought they were cute, and I can see now why they've finally sold after being on sale all summer. Just a few items left. This was fun. You saw this in a recent haul. I got this vintage Carhartt jacket at Salvation Army. I paid up for it, $9.74. I knew it was vintage because the condition of this tag, it was all washed out except for, it says CH and then a number, and that's the style number. And the extra large you can read, but all of this was just totally washed out. So an older Carhartt piece in pretty good condition. Sometimes people want Carhartt in bad condition, but mine had a few stains on the cuffs. So there's some stains right there. And on the other cuff, there were some stains. There was a little hole in one elbow, but it had this cool blanket wool lining, striped wool, and I listed it for $125, and within a few hours I had a $100 offer. So I let the offer go almost a full 24 hours, and then right before it expired, I accepted it. I thought maybe someone would just buy it for full price, because I had within a couple hours I had a lot of views and a bunch of watchers. So it sold for $100, and I paid $9.74. So you all don't need me to tell you the Carhartt is great, but heavier weight, substantial pieces, ones with some strategic wear or stains or paint splatters, make it. This is my husband, by the way, modeling it, because hanging on the wall, it looks like that. So I asked him to just slip it on. And then in my description, I said, this is an extra large. The model wears I gave his height and weight and said he normally wears a large. So that's why the sleeves were baggy. But it sold right away. So that was a lot of fun. This is a pair of tactical, I'll call them, jeans. They have lots of extra pockets, and Vertex is a brand known for, I guess we'll say, gun enthusiasts. It's got extra pockets to carry things hidden away. And a viewer actually told me about Vertex and why they have all these extra pockets like that on the back. And I listed them in June, and they sold for $25. I paid $1 for them in the Thredup denim box. So when I did the haul, I was not familiar with the brand at all, and a viewer commented that they were tactical pants. So those sold pretty quickly, 3 months. And I have another pair of jeans here. These are Paige men's jeans, the Doheny. I think that's a street in Los Angeles. There was some hemwear from drag and pocket. The knees were blown out. There was whiskering. The hems were frayed. So I listed them for $29.98 back in March. These came in a Helpsy Regen box. So if you've ever looked at Helpsy Source's offerings, they usually will have a Regen box, which they say it's all flawed. And you need to be able to mend and clean and or repurpose. And $1.80 is pretty low cost of goods. That's cheaper than bins prices for me. And so I tried one of those boxes, and I discovered that some items I just could not save, but most of the items that were savable only needed cleaning and not even really spot treating, just washing. Like they had gray dust on them or floor drag or big covered with pet hair. So things that Helpsy Source didn't want to deal with, right? They didn't want to wash them and they didn't want to delint them. So they put them in these Regen boxes. And I actually made probably triple my money on that box because most of the items were perfectly good condition and saleable. I had some J. Crew in there. I had these Paige Jeans. I had a bunch of different things. I think I had one like evening gown that sold for $40 or $45, and it needed the hem fixed. So the regen box is kind of fun. And next time Helpsy has that on sale for even cheaper, I think I might get another one. But I'm curious if anybody else has gotten a regen box. I don't know what regen stands for. Regenerate? Anyway, it's a box that they say you need skill in mending and washing and so on. And if you like to repurpose things, upcycle or something, that would be fun too. The last item that sold was on the 30th of September. This was also in a recent haul. I got it at Goodwill for $4.99. It sold in a week. I listed it for $40. I took a $30 offer. It's a beautiful disaster sweatshirt. And with a fun pink animal print where actually the print was hearts, but it looked like an animal print. And then there were little skull and crossbones. So I don't know what sort of aesthetic that is. That hearts combines hearts and skull and crossbones. But there you have it. My last week of September, 8 days. My sales on Poshmark and eBay. And again, I sold 13 items on Poshmark for $373 and 21 items on eBay for about $650 if you take off the shipping. So my average cost is $30 to $28. So I had a good time sharing all this with you. I hope it wasn't too dry and boring. It's kind of hard to be a smart aleck, sarcastic person just telling you, look what I sold. But I did my best. I would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe and should tell your friends. I'm getting close to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm probably going to have a big live party. I don't know if it'll be a party, but I think I'll go live and maybe take questions from people. And hopefully I'm trying to get a guest visitor, a guest star on my celebrating getting monetized on YouTube video. So please hit notifications if you don't want to miss a thing from Heidi. I had a great time. Thanks for coming. Bye, kids.